Hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be piloting a mono blue Mechtitan deck. We're going to be taking this into standard ranked for the first time. Normally we've been taking this into standard unranked and doing an all right job. But today we're going to see just how badly we get beaten over the head in ranked. Before we get into that, I want to take a moment to ask you to give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. Anything and everything lets me know that you're out there. You are enjoying what you are watching. So thank you for any likes, comments, subscribes. Ring the bell if you can. I appreciate it. And why don't we hop right into the card list really fast? We'll go quickly through them all, and if you'd like, pause your video, and then we will hop right into ranked. At the end of the video, I might make some comments on the card. So if you're interested, stick around for that. One Surge Hacker mech until we get more. I'm thinking I might run 3 or 4. Have to see how more feels. Let's hop right into it. And here we go. We've got an opponent right away as we get our first game of Mechtitan going for the day. Now, I've said this a bunch, but one of the luxuries about this deck that I really like is since it's so low costed, we can keep a large percentage of our opening hands. You don't usually have to mulligan down too much. Now it looks like we're up against at least selesnya enchantments or runes, if not Naya. We'll have to see whether a mountain is dropped. That, of course, will give our opponent access to the Rune of Haste, but also that, I don't remember the name of the saga, but, you know, it lets them put a +1/+1 counter on a creature every time they play a spell, and, oh man, they play a lot of spells. They get the Runeforge Master and the Jukai Naturalist out, and that makes all the, every single rune that they cost free. We're generating a little bit of value here. We've got double Patchwork Automaton as our opener. Our opponent is going to be generating counters as well there. I would imagine they just drew that Generous Visitor. That Moonsnare prototype. See, right now I'm debating keeping it in hand to send back an opponent's overpowered creature with tons of runes on it. We see right now that they're stacking runes on the Spirited Companion, so if we send that back, the runes go to the graveyard. I guess I'll just play Reality Chip into a Mechtitan Core and pass, after I attack, of course. Okay, so our opponent definitely has a bunch of stuff on the field. They're going to be swinging for, presumably, okay. So we can presume all we want against this deck, but Michiko's Reign of Truth costs 1 when they got Jukai out, so... Oh heavens to Betsy. I'll take it. What do we do here? See, I feel like this is kind of where this deck doesn't really stand up in standard. It just took a little bit too long for us to accomplish anything here. Let's give it a shot. My idea here is just to I don't know. I honestly just think that all we do is lose. Yeah. All right, good game, opponent. With all that trampling damage, I don't think we're going to be able to prevent enough. And even if we do, I mean, then what? You know what? Maybe I'll... You get one free reroll a day. Just wanted to see if I could get a 750 coin one instead of a 500. You have one reroll every day, so, you know, if you get a 500, even if it's one that you can do, you may want to consider rerolling it for an extra 250 coins, possibly. Okay, we see some ramp. I think we'll take this. I don't see any extra card draw, though, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but we do have a little bit of a play, so. Now I actually wonder if that was the right play. Not to split every single hair, but how is that going to get me an extra thing on the turn on the ground next turn and generate maximum value out of Patchwork? We could do Moon Snare Prototype into the next Patchwork. Oh, discard a card. Okay, hopefully we can drop 2 artifacts here. Do we do Mechtitan Core and the Automated Artificer? Or do we drop Tezzeret? I'm kind of thinking the Automated Artificer and Mechtitan Core. I'd like to beef my guy up as fast as I can. I'd like to inform my viewers that I have been sipping on some coffee this morning, so if I start talking a little bit rapidly, there is an explanation. Feel free to turn the speed of the video down if I'm going too fast. I apologize. But I really need to cram in all this valuable information as fast as possible, you know? We aim to educate here, man. It's not just bloviation, it's also education, you know? Alright, our opponent's doing something. I hope they don't give their guy Death Touch. Okay, well, that's great value for them. Ouch, we did not like that. We're not pleased. Now this deck gets hit pretty hard with board wipes, but fortunately for us, we have Master Tezzeret here, who should be able to help us recover a little bit. Okay. Our opponent is beholding the multiverse. Damn, look at their cards and look at ours. At least Tezzeret lets us draw, though, so let's hope for some nice draws.
I'll have what I want.
Do I want a nice draw, or do I want target artifact becomes an artifact creature? I think I'll draw 2 cards.
I can practically
Oh,
taste
that's tough.
success already.
That's actually kind of annoying. I think we'll get rid of this Silver Raven, if only because the Artificer fulfills 2 of the requirements for Mechtitan core activation. It taps for 1 of the manas, and it's one of the 4 other artifact creatures.
Oh, you'll see
Damn.
me again soon.
That was pretty awesome. Okay, well, let's claw back with only our top decks. And see, at this point, right where I am here, I'm struck by the gratefulness that I have 3 reality chips in this deck, because I really feel like 2 just isn't enough. I mean, it is enough, and yet I need to not only reliably draw 1 a game, but if I, heaven forbid, something happens to it, I would love to have more than just 1 backup in the remaining, 40 to 50 cards in my deck. Or, 1 gets milled and then you freaking screwed. Oh yeah. There goes our opponent's perfect game. I guess he's gonna -1/-1 the automaton. That's a smart move. Yep, got more than enough to pay that ward cost. Patchwork Automaton's ward cost is great in the first, I would say, 2, 3, and 4 turns. Where even if our opponent can afford to burn it, it tends to cost them a lot of their turns, especially on turn 3. Which is oftentimes a trade that I'm more than happy to make. No big threats, no more setup coming out on turn 3, and they're burning it on my 2/2 Patchwork Automaton, a kill spell on my Patchwork. Like, all right, that's fine. We're getting slaughtered here, though. I don't think there's going to be much to do. We're kind of just top decking and then walking right into our opponent's responses. Reckoner Bankbuster we will keep because he will generate us cards. Assuming he lives. We will never crew him to make him a creature because we know from experience that our opponent loves killing our crewed vehicles. A 7/7. That card's pretty awesome. Ward 3 too. I really like that card. Our opponent can definitely respond. Yep, got them treasures. I think that's a good game. We're going to attack for 1 whole damage for dignity's sake, and then we are going to bow out our heads and discontinue this torment. So yes, I'd just like to illustrate, for a little while, we're getting beaten over the head a little bit, sure, but this is kind of illustrative of not only that this Mechtitan build shouldn't really be played in ranked, you can't compete, but maybe it's also kind of displaying what the deck needs. Maybe some sort of Lord to make things cost 1 colorless less, because then I could play some 1-drops for free. Or if I get multiple Lords on the field, that's a free Patchwork Automaton if they both have artifacts cost 1 less to cast. Maybe something where I play an artifact spell and I draw a card. Tezzeret's Emblem has whenever an artifact becomes tapped, draw a card, but I find it oftentimes difficult to defend Tezzeret to get him up that high. I think turn 1 Silver Raven. Yeah, I don't think we need that one. An island would be alright also. I think instead of playing Moonsnare Prototype into Patchwork, I'll just play Patchwork. Because I don't see us activating the reality chip a turn sooner as a result of playing that. Looks like we're up against selesnya lifegain, probably running Trellisaria, if that's how it's pronounced. You know, it's like a Johnny's Pride Mate, but it also lets you scry 1 every time you gain life, in addition to gaining a +1 counter. Great card, great deck. They get, goodness, they get so many lifelink triggers that I actually probably should have blocked that guy because he's one of their chief lifelink triggers. We like to see Invoke the Winds because we can steal one of our opponent's massive, massive, comically oversized creatures. I wanted to play the Patchwork because it gives us more value, obviously, but I mean, I know that this deck will get that, like a 10-10 flying indestructible with Vigilance in the air, you know, the turn after they put it on the field, so can't take any luxuries against this deck. Okay, we have access to a grand total of 4 whole entire manas here. Should I reconfigure? I can't really play Tezzeret because he's kind of going to get smashed immediately. And even if I make Silver Raven a 4/4, so what? This guy will be big real quick, right? Thanks to a, yeah, level 2 there. Oh boy. I'll just reconfigure it. I'll keep the this guy on top. And no attacks, that would be fruitless. That's pretty good. They get spirits on the field, some nice chump blockers. We don't have trample. It's pretty good. The only thing going in our favor now is that we have some card advantage and reality chip compared to their 2 cards. That's it. It's more than nothing. And if we get another island or another capacity for any mana, we can take their Righteous Valkyrie, which will keep them from having that devastating +2/+2 when they have 27 life. Okay. Mildly annoying there. Yeah, we're going to take that guy. I guess I could have attacked with Silver Raven. Might be nice to have the potential blocker, though, in case they start going a little nuts with this deck. You really never know. And they just got that to level 2, so yeah. I'm just freaking taking it. Forget it. Oh boy. Do we play Reckoner? Do we do the reality chip? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I guess we could do the reality chip. No, we'll keep that open as a blocker. No, it's going to be a freaking non-creature anyway. Goodness gracious, man. Hopefully there's an island here. That's nice. We'll see if anything happens as a result of that. That's going to be a pass. So all we can hope is that we survive. We can block with our 2 silver ravens. It doesn't do too much, but it might give us enough time to grab their righteous Valkyrie. Although I think they're honestly just going to get, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's 27 life. I mean, if you want to attack, go for it, dude. I mean, my dude, I think you win. I mean, I can block 3 things, right? Okay, you know what? It would have been easier to concede. I regret it now. Okay, so there you go. This is a nice sampler of standard. A nice sampler of reasons not to play this deck in ranked. Man, I like the deck, but ooh. So we're sitting at a pretty 0 and 3 here. As we get ready to go 0 and 4. See, I would like I've been putting my rare wildcards into Overgrown Orchards for my selesnya enchantments deck to you know, shore up the mana base, get some nice duels in there. So I haven't put in a second or third Surge Hacker mech, but I think that's a good idea. Our opponent mulligan down to 6. Hopefully that's good for us. Okay. Opponent's got all of their esper colors out. And they no longer have a maximum hand size. Neato.
You want to fight? Ah! Oh, that's precious.
Interesting. What do I do here? I think I make him a 4/4.
No
It might take away
save you.
from their desire to kill Tezzeret with their removal spell. I think maybe it'll be a little more prudent to go after him. Yep, there's their thing which couldn't attack Tezzeret anyway. Fair enough. I'll use this to potentially discard Automated Artificer.
Results. Keep working.
I think we'll get rid of actually we'll get rid of Automated Artificer because once we have the reality chip set up, it's kind of nice with a Silver Raven there. Unfortunately, even with Tezzeret out, we will not be able to activate the reality chip, will we? We might be able to activate the reality chip because of Tezzeret's static ability. Yep. That's actually pretty awesome. Hey, look, when everything goes right for us, we stand something of a chance. That's pretty awesome. Something cute to notice now is since the reality chip right now is not a legendary, is not a creature, it might survive a destroy, it will survive a destroy all creatures board wipe that they may have just foretold there. We have to assume that's 2 Doom Scars, right? Let's see, I think we'll play Reckoner and then activate it for free via Tezzeret ability. I kind of fear a board wipe, so I'm not sure if I want to go into this patchwork. So maybe we'll draw him up with Tezzeret.
Innovation has no limit.
And we'll attack for 1 last damage with that, because I'm assuming there's a board wipe coming. At least some type of removal, there has to be. I mean, look at those colors. Black, white, and blue. How are you not going to be messing up everything I try to do, man? Draw 2 cards for 3 mana there. Quite nice. Good value. Our opponent has access to 1 black mana and potentially a blue there, so they do have negate up and ready to go. How lovely. All right, a little bit of a club there. All right. 1, 1, 2. We're still a little while away from
I need results. Keep working.
Come on, man. Just trying to individually tap the mana, make sure this all goes well for the Mechtitan core. I do believe I can activate it. Once again, if I'm right about the board wipe, I mean, oh well, at least we got our Mechtitan out. At least we swung for the 10. It did happen. Let it be known that irregardless of the outcome of this match, we did get our Mechtitan out. Boom, there it goes to Doomscar. That's fine. It was going to happen. Our guys are back. We get a cute little scry off the top. We don't need that. Opponent's at 5, so hopefully we can play like 2 more artifacts, pump him up to 3, right? Or I guess we could just do Tezzy here. Little Tezzy over there. And given that they have a board wipe, that might be a good idea. Or we're always assuming they have a board wipe.
This is what real progress looks
Wait, did we actually win? Okay, Dead Moon King. You know what? You've just been resurrected so that I can kill you again. And with the lack of manners there, no GG. Dude, I'm playing Mono Blue Mechtitan. This deck is bad. Congratulate me for freaking playing it at all. Give me that sarcastic nice at the beginning, you know? Whatever. Whatever. Poor guy. If anyone can go give Dead Moon King a hug, nice shoulder to cry on, maybe a pat on the back, let him know that everything's going to be okay. He could really use that kind of emotional support right now. Decent hand. We've got the mana to play and activate Reality Chip onto something. Go ahead and do it. I personally am sitting here looking at these network disruptors, and my plan is actually to exchange network disruptor for the Surge Hacker mechs that I've been talking about. That when they cost 4, they're a 5/5 vehicle, and when they come into play, it deals twice the damage equal to twice the amount of vehicles you control to target creature. I'm not sure if it's or Planeswalker. I'm not sure. Or Planeswalker would be really nice. Not really sure. But yeah, I'm thinking, okay, so if those 2 network disruptors in my hand there were both Surge Hacker mechs, you know what, I'd be okay with that. Is it going to cause me to, mulligan? Come on, man, just play the card. Okay. Okay. So I feel like the Reality Chip, it's got to be able to attach to something either on the 2nd turn or on the 3rd turn for much less mana. So I've got to have something besides Tezzeret, who costs 4. I've got to have something cheaper. Maybe that Artifact Lord that I've been talking about, or some blue, I don't know, guy Lord, whatever. It's got to reduce the activation cost of artifacts because it's too long to use our whole 3rd turn to activate Reality Chip, and that is if and only if everything goes perfect. I guess we'll forego that. We'll just play colored for Reckoner. We'll leave open the blue mana for the stuff in our hand. I think we'll just pass the turn. Now we'll pass the turn. Tovolar is a great card, of course. Or sorry, let me keep him up. Not everyone knows the card. Pretty awesome, dude. Okay, yeah, oh man, those 2 are good friends. That's great. They're just freaking good. Ouch. He's gonna draw a nice card on top of that. Oof. Oof. Man, that guy's good. Might have been better to go with Reality Heist there, holding open the 2 mana and passing. I'm not sure, because now I kind of precluded myself from activating a Reality Heist and finding the guy I need, which is of course Mechtitan Core. They could block Mechtitan Core, but this guy has reach, excuse me. But I mean Mechtitan has trample, so that'll get through. This guy's gonna be drawing loads of cards. Toski, Tovolar. Boy, oh boy. Oh, that's actually so good. I'm sorry, but that's a great play, man. On Indestructible Toski. That's great. You know what? I'm actually going to triple block him because I can deal the 5 damage. So hopefully they don't have a combat trick with their mana. Because I'm pretty sure he can only kill one of our things. Yeah, we traded 1 for 1. And he drew 1 less card. I'm calling that one a victory there. Small victories. Because when we're getting beaten over the head relentlessly, the most important thing is keep yourself positive, looking up, finding anything to grab onto as a silver lining. Don't be desperate, you know, just find something nice. It's usually something nice that you can say. Or maybe you can strategically lie to yourself. Okay, this guy just did that. That was to get the reality chip. That was a good play. See, we can't play Tezzeret with these Moonsnare prototypes and then activate Bankbuster for free because Tezzeret's the first activated ability of an artifact you activate each turn costs 2 less, but this counts as an activated ability. This counts as an activated ability, so anything that we use first won't do it. Oh boy. I'm thinking we go with Reality Heist and just do our best. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that is nice. That is, oh boy, that's good to say. We're also going to play Silver Raven, just for the counter. We'll leave Mechtitan Core on top because we're not, you know, completely insane and suicidal here. That'll be all. We're not going to crew the tapped vehicle so that our opponent can Blizzard Brawl that too. Okay, Ranger class. That's not really the greatest play, but 5/5 Toski is good, or 6/6 is even better. Honestly, you know what they should have done with that? They should have maybe attacked with Helana and Elena, because that would make it a 3/4, and then in the future it would be putting 3 counters on. So we're gonna send our opponent a message, which is a little toxic, but we mean it well, and it's get good. And learn how to play your deck better. We're getting beaten over the head, but he should be beating us over the head harder. Damn, loads of cards though. Gotta admire that card advantage. That's freaking great. He's had a full hand all game. That's great. Tovolar, Toski, good stuff, man. And then he'll have access to the top card of his library with level 3 Ranger class, and he can play it if it's a creature. That is some, that's some blue color level card advantage, honestly. That's great. That card's good. We're going to allow him the opportunity to block with Helana and Elena. I would love nothing more than its destruction. Now let's see. If our opponent realizes, see, when they attack, they put a counter on target attacking creature. That goes on to Helana and Elena. I'm not sure if that's at the beginning of combat. The significance being, I don't know if that would enable them to get the extra +1/+1 counter onto target creature. Maybe our opponent right now is thinking, do I create a 5/5 spirit there. I mean, that's pretty darn good, and that would be decent against our Mechtitan here. And Toski has to attack, which is nice because no matter what else they do, we will gain 10 life here. I'd just like to see if maybe our opponent has a fight spell or something afterwards. Do I risk it? They have 1 red mana. Is there a red fight spell that I don't know of? If I'm going into my suicide here, I'm sorry. So I'm thinking the play here is Moonsnare prototype on our opponent's Dragon Spirit there into watching them concede instead of just letting us attack. That's my prediction. The Oracle has spoken. Let's see. How much does that cost? It always costs it costs freaking 5. Tap an untapped artifact or creature you control. Oh, maybe I'll do Mechtitan. Okay, and we're going to do Moonsnare prototype for a lot. We're going to do it on that. Oh, a Man of Honor. He did concede, but he said good game. We like this dude. Lomia, decent player. Says GG. He has sportsmanship. He knows what that is, and he applies that concept to the game that he likes. Oh man, look at that! And then he creates a more welcoming, more positive environment for players overall. Less toxicity, less assholery. Oh man, we like that. Be good, guys. It doesn't kill you to say GG. Just say it like you mean it, even if you don't mean it. It's good for your opponent to hear. If they detect a genuine GG, you know, makes everyone happier. More willing to play with you in the future. Assuming your deck isn't too freaking degenerate. Oh man, I used to play against a guy. He ran what did he run? You know, the reanimator garbage. He had Entomb in his deck and reanimator. So turn 1, you know, he'd be putting Sheoldred or Avatar of Woe or you know, just ridiculous overpowered creatures that if they hit the board on turn 5, they're probably going to win you the game, let alone on turn 2 when, you know, odds are I just missed my Llanowar Elves drop, you know. And he brings out Sheoldred, and Sheoldred allows you to, every one of your upkeeps, I think you can bring a creature card from your graveyard into play, and each one of my upkeeps, or your opponent's upkeeps, whatever, they have to sacrifice a creature. So yeah, extremely degenerate, but he was actually a really nice kid. Really good kid. He wasn't exactly an it-getter. He didn't get it. He lost his cool a little bit much. Like for example, once he came into our area where we play Magic, his deck, he was all ready to go, but he was really annoyed. And we didn't usually see him like that. Even though he lost his cool, we would tend to hear about it. And he told us that he got kicked out of the library, and you know, it's because someone's an idiot. But that's what he was. He kind of, you know, he didn't really get it. He was kind of up in his own head, but at the same time, he was actually a really nice kid, and so we played with him. Even though he was, you know, a bit much, he ran a incredibly degenerate deck. He was, I don't know, he's just freaking nice, you know? Just said good game. Good sportsman, apart from, you know, the whole entire deck he was playing. Come here. Sorry. My dog just tried to jump up on the couch and he missed. I had to rescue him. All right, but I'm back. Let's see. I think we'll activate Reckoner, Bankbuster, and pass. We'll just do that. Good boy. Good boy. And it's okay. It's because you're 900 bazillion years old. Our opponent is definitely taking advantage of our propensity for tapping our reality chip to Moonsnare prototype. Damn. That was a good freaking play, man. I'm angry. I'm mad. I'm so upset. He took a great card, our chance at victory. That was actually great. You know, usually you use it to exile an attacking creature. Obviously, it's just a tapped one. Damn. Did not see that coming. That was good. I think that's it. Good game, man. Okay, so I'm gonna check my little streaming software here. I want to see how long I've been streaming because, yeah, I don't want to torment viewers with constant losses. I see 45 minutes there, so why don't we take this into unranked really quickly and just maybe wash the agonizing pain and humiliation of repeated defeat. Maybe we'll wash that out of our mouths with some nice victories. Or not. And once again, if you're still with me, looks like we're 45 minutes in, ish. So I'd like to thank you for that once again. If you've made it this far, you must be getting something out of this. Or at least I put my hands together and I pray that you are. And I would ask for a like. Honestly, it would be really, really useful though, is maybe a comment telling me what you actually learned. I would really like to hear that, what you learned, or even something that I screwed up. If I don't notice that I screwed up something, I'll usually call out my screw ups. But if I didn't notice and you're sitting there ripping out your hair, I'd actually like to hear about it in the comments, Maybe not in all capitals, telling me how awful and egregious I am. I think we'll actually put that away. We won an island. But yeah, I'd love to hear the comments. And in addition to a like and a comment, a subscribe would be great. Anything and everything. Thanks again, and move off of that topic and back to the game here. We've acquired ourselves a token. They played Slaughter Specialist. Yeah, not the best at multitasking, so I didn't actually read what was happening there. I wonder if the best play there was to play Reckoner Bankbuster so we can start drawing as fast as possible, given that we're in a bit of a mana drought. Oh, and by the way, I really like this this playmat or whatever, this background that we're playing on. That's great, man. That's so it's so neon Kamigawa that I love those colors. From blue to purple to pink. That's great, man. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna have to put down a Bankbuster. That's whenever a creature that I control dies. Okay. So we'll attack with everything that can attack and live. I couldn't see the guy's head for a second. It took me a moment to make sense of this image. I see it there, but I didn't at first. I thought it looked like the pumpkin and his head were like one weird continuous object. That's 6 damage. We'll go ahead and take that. Oh my goodness. This is bad. It's really bad. All right. In the interest of not going super long here, I'd like to end the game, or excuse me, end the video right about an hour. So hopefully we can squeeze in a victory here. Which is something that we did get today. We did get a victory. Or we got 2 victories. I know that because it shows me that I have 2 out of my 15 daily wins. Which is honestly incredible. I know that we kept getting beaten over the head. I hope the first X number of minutes of this video where we're getting killed was at least decently watchable. Because there is some payoff later on. We actually got some nice victory. Happy with that. I should not have taken that hand. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking about the other victories and then I pressed spacebar. Our opponent says hello, but he's Agent Clickbait. It's clickbait. He wants to get on our head. We're gonna get in his. Oh, you come on, man. You know how to pay that. What other choice is there? Now here's the trick. We need to get a creature to reconfigure the reality chip onto so we can really get the card advantage starting. Our opponent doesn't have the best start, which is usually the only games where we have a chance is where our opponent doesn't have a good start. Instead of playing the island from our hand, I think I'm going to draw up this guy and see if we can play the island off the top of the deck. Oh. Okay, no island off the top of the deck. Second Reckoner Bankbuster, so next turn we'll have 2 extra cards if the need arises. Might wind up passing the turn next turn, given that we'll have a reality heist to hold until our opponent's turn. Obviously, the difficulty of our opponents has gone down incredibly coming out of rank there. I wonder if the matchmaking system felt bad for us and put us against someone who we had to win against. Destroy target artifact. No, that's a good one to pick. That's kind of why I run 4. You know, if an opponent destroys one of your main guys, you kind of want enough backup, you know. I think we play Reality Heist during our turn so that if we get lucky, we can play a creature. Do I play Silver Raven? Or do I play Automated Artificer? I'm actually thinking the Raven. Do we keep him? Yeah. He's pretty good, and we do have a Mechtitan. Tap an artifact. Untapped artifact or creature I can control. And we took the Silver Raven there so that we could tap out by reconfiguring Reality Chip onto it. Okay, I'm sorry, but it feels like we're playing against somebody's draft deck. Let's see. I have access to a whole entire 6 mana here. And we're not going to be getting off Mechtitan, because that requires a grand total of 7 to play and activate. So I guess we'll do other things. Mechtitan Core, that's a keep. He's a keep. See, this is why I like the reality chip. I try to always make sure I have it. I mean, the card advantage I'm getting here is wild. And don't tell our opponent, but we have enough power to crew our vehicles. Reckoner Bankbuster, we're not going to mouse over them right now, just to, because our opponent's screen will show what we're looking at, and I don't want to draw his attention. Okay, that's good. That might prevent us from doing that Reckoner play. Unless they put it on the 3-2 and swing, in which case I'll block it, because we'll deal the 4 damage to it. Okay, well, I'm not messing with a 4-7. But I will mess with the 3-2 if they choose. We have Patchwork out, so they might not. Yeah. I think we're gonna be a-okay here. Keeping these two as backups. Yeah, I think we'll, there's no reach. Okay, we're gonna attack with everything. And our opponent is more than welcome to block Patchwork with the Averbrook, which they won't. Okay, gain 10 life. Feels good, man. Peepo clap. Wide. Peepo happy. We like that. Okay, that's good. But is it good enough? Averbrook is good. It puts 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature, but that is an increase of 6 total power, and I think we're living? Not to mention. Okay, that's good. Can they deal it 2 damage? Because that would be very good. Beautiful. Beautiful, we get our stuff back, we'll get some effects happening. Anyone trample? Trample. Hexproof trample. Hexproof trample. I think that's it, right? Let's say. That might be a good game. Yep, good game. Very nice. I said it wasn't good enough. It was. Damn. Agent clickbait, killing it. Very nice, bud. Good game. Man, they got big with that Averbrook. That is a... Man, that Averbrook Caretaker is phenomenal. And obviously at night, look at what it does. It snatches victory from the jaws of defeat. Man, that was good. All right, so that was the Mechtitan deck. I mentioned at the beginning that I might go briefly through it at the end of the video. I'll go through it briefly. I don't want to extend the video longer than it already is. Moonsnare is nice, but I feel like I have too many sometimes, so I might reduce it to 3 for another Surge Hacker. The channel ability is pretty cool, but at 5 mana, it's not always convenient. A lot of times we've lost by then. Network Disruptor 2, I don't feel like I get that much value out of it. It's pretty good when Mechtitan dies and it comes back on the field, but it just, I don't know. I just feel like it isn't, it's not giving me enough value, and Surge Hacker Mech would be better because when it comes back onto the field after Mechtitan dies, it could actually kill stuff. Especially the later the game goes, the more vehicles we'll have on the field, and Surge Hacker Mech deals twice the amount of vehicles we control to target creature or planeswalker. So Silver Raven, great card, cute synergy with Reality Chip where we can scry lands off the top of our deck. I love that. Reality Chip, I'm thinking keep it at 3. I may take it down to 2, but put 1 in the sideboard, but I'm kind of happy with 3. Automated Artificer, he's great. I mean, he's not big, he's not amazing, but he fulfills 2 of the requirements for our win condition, where I don't think anyone else does that, so we like him. Mechtitan Core, arguably our primary win condition. Good, but not super good. Fun. It is quite fun, and I do like that we can actually make a play with Mechtitan Core to save ourselves from a board wipe, because if we have an unactivated Mechtitan Core, I've done this before when I've suspected an opponent's board wipe, a Doomscar, I keep my Mechtitan Core unactivated. Our opponent activates Doomscar or whatever wipe, right? And so we activate Mechtitan Core to protect those vehicles, right? We exile them so that when their wipe resolves, they just kill Mechtitan. All of our stuff comes back and we could get more value out of it. So there's a cute little play with Mechtitan Core. You can use it defensively in certain situations, but you might need some good prediction there. Patchwork Automaton, we're running a lot of artifacts and he gets big. He's not the greatest, but he's pretty good. He can be the biggest thing in the deck given enough artifacts, and the Reality Chip can make that easy. Tezzeret can make that easy. And the Ward 2 ability, really nice in the first, like up to 4 turns of the game, I'd say. Reckoner gets us cards. I like him. It's always kind of comforting to see him in the opening hands. Tezzeret's great. He costs a little bit much, and I feel like when I get him out, it's hard to defend him, but I don't think that's his fault so much as the rest of the deck. That static ability is great. It reduces Reckoner Bankbuster's tap draw a card ability to free activation, and it takes Mechtitan Core's expensive 5 activation down to 3, which is pretty good. Search Hacker Mech, we've spoke on him. I really like it, and I want to see more in the deck, and hopefully our viewers do too. And I actually just noticed that there's a little person in there piloting the mech in the little cockpit, I guess there. To invoke the winds, it's pretty nice to be able to take an opponent's like Trellisaria against lifegain. I really wanted to take, I don't remember exactly what it was today, but I really wanted to take something from an opponent. And in that last game we played, it would have been really nice to grab one of our opponent's big werewolves and then use it to block. A lot of times, Invoke the Winds will essentially kill 2 of our opponent's creatures. So that's pretty good, right? Because we take one of their creatures and then we use it to block one of their creatures. Both of their stuff dies, and we lost 1 card in the process. Reality Heist is really nice. I don't really have much to say about that. It's pretty good. Again, it gets reduced for by 1 for each artifact we have, so it's obviously great artifact draw. Odawara, I don't know, it's fine. I don't know. I haven't really had too much chance to use it. It's fine. I mean, it's better than an island, right? Okay, so I think that just about wraps it up for me here today. As I quickly go to the store, I like to I clicked on avatars because I'm dumb. I like to end by getting a pack really fast. Ixalan because I'm trying to acquire some nice, fun, beautiful dinosaurs to have that for my lovely, beautiful, very attractive audience. Shaper's Sanctuary, I think that's either the 2nd or 3rd. So, okay, I've said it before, that'll probably be in our first dino builds. Draws cards, not the worst thing in the world. So that's been a Blue Mechtitan. I hope you enjoyed watching me get stomped over the head today. Even though we didn't win that much, I had a good time. I didn't get pissed off or anything. You know, we had some fun plays. We had a couple of good victories. We kept our head up. We learned a few things. I think I made a couple of mistakes. But you know, I try to call those out. I try to learn. So thank you for staying with me here. I like to say, in the immortal words of my very good friend and mentor, Jerry Springer, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you next time here on Magic the Gathering Arena. Thanks for stopping by.